out, hoping to catch Utah by surprise, and the Heat come through with a good defensive play. And Earl Barron's the type of player, Eric, that really, he's got quick feet like a small forward, and he's got good range on that jump shot, up to 20, 22 feet, which can stretch the defense and help get D-Wade to the basket.
Well, it's the second completed drive finished by Jason Williams in this first quarter. He has 4. This game is even at 19. Matt Harpering is in for Utah. So is Kirilo Fasenko. And that is Fasenko, the rookie who goes 7 feet 1. He is from the Ukraine. And he spent some time in the D-League with the Utah Flash this year. Fasenko playing in his 7th NBA game. Ricky Davis in for Miami. The pull-up is on target for Ricky, who's had a couple of rough games in a row. Last 2 games, Davis 1 for 9 from 3, 10 of 30 overall, but he's too good a shooter to stay in a prolonged slump.
He's got a scorer's mentality, so he doesn't get down when he misses shots, and that's his signature move, the mid-range jump shot off the right or left dribble.
Game is tied at 21 as Boozer goes to work. Reach in by Jay Will to knock it free. And Darrell Wright going for it. Knocked Jason Hart to the ground. And that will be the second foul against Darrell Wright.
3 seconds on the shot clock. Darrell hustling after that ball. And he knocked the opponent down and drew the foul.
So Harpering, Hart, and Fasenko all in for Utah. For Miami, Daquan Cook will come off the bench, and he will replace Darrell Wright. Wright sits down with 4 points, but 2 fouls.
That moves Ricky Davis to the small forward spot as Cook comes in at the shooting guard spot.
Just under 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Evenly played so far. Good shooting quarter for Miami at 56%. And Harpering draws the foul on Ricky Davis.
Yeah, the NBA is about matchups, Eric. And Jerry Sloan's one of the best in the league, along with Pat Riley, in getting the most out of the matchups on the court. And that time, you had Harpering posting up Davis off that side out of bounds play, a set play going to that matchup, and they got the benefit of it with Harpering on the line.
Coach, the Jazz were happy to get Matt Harpering back last night in Orlando. He rejoined the club, had 10 points in 18 minutes. Harpering had missed 3 recent games. He was having some gastro woes. He's still undergoing tests. There is a chance that the anti-inflammatory drugs most NBA players use from time to time could be upsetting his insides. They still don't know for sure, but he says he is feeling a whole lot better.
Well, you know, the Jazz are on this is the 4th game of their road trip, so you're eating in different hotels, different restaurants. You know, your system sometimes can't take certain things, and then when you take certain medication for it, that could upset you.
Matt Harpering, 7 points per game. He's a 10-year man out of Georgia Tech. Always been a very reliable player. Jay Will, guarded by Jason Hart. Ronnie Brewer's on Daquan Cook. And here's Ricky Davis from the wing. Tough shot with Harpering right there. The rebound to Earl Barron. 13 seconds left first quarter.
Utah has a, no, I was going to say they had a foul to give. They don't have it.
Jay Will checks the clock. There's 5 seconds left. The pitch for Cook. A 3. No. And the rebound to Kirilo Fasenko. Well, the Utah Jazz with a 2-point lead after 1 quarter. 8 points for Darren Williams. 7 for Andre Kirilenko. Shaquille O'Neal, best first quarter for a Heat player. 8 points, 5 rebounds. Miami Heat basketball on Sub Sports is being brought to you by Gatorade Thirst Quencher. It's in the NBA. Is it in you? And by your local Toyota dealers and the Toyotathon Phenomenon event. Well, the Miami Heat celebrating their 20th year of being an NBA franchise. Tonight we review the small forwards in Heat history. Keith Askins, it's his night. Bruce Bowen, who went on for fame and fortune and championships in San Antonio. Caron Butler started here. He's an all-star in Washington. Thunder Dan ended his career here. Jamal Mashburn, some still consider him the best third scorer in franchise history. James Posey left a champion's footprint. But, Coach, I think it's a no-brainer. G-Money, Glenn Rice, the most talented, the most productive small forward in Heat history. But tonight, on our Corona Timeout, Keith Askins, the throwback player who will be honored at halftime.
Can't think of a better guy, Eric. We got some great stories about Keith. We'll try to tell them as the night goes on. Just love that guy.
Now, Keith Askins has been Mr. Heat. He's been a part of 17 of Miami's 20 seasons, and a man who's played for almost every coach in Heat history, with one exception. Did not get to play for Stan Van Gundy, but Keith played for Ron Rothstein, Kevin Lockery, Alvin Gentry, and Pat Riley from some of the lean